Coming at you from Scratch It Wolf Studio. It's Rage Across the Internet presents Wherever Gaia Takes Us, a Werewolf the Apocalypse Let's Play. Starring
Daniel Tyson as Ricochet.
M as Carly Emberstring.
CJ as Nightfang.
And I'm your storyteller, Porter. Into the Dark, Chapter 2. The Path. Okay, buckle up, kiddos. It's time to work. Now, there's a pocket realm near Pangea that orbits the realm. You can get there now without too much trouble, which is important, because you're going to need to get there. In the realm itself, you're going to find a jewel. It's about the size of a football, looks like an egg that sparkles like an emerald. You're going to bring that back here and throw it off the highest peak of the island during the first thunderstorm of the next full moon. Coho Jack swings his head between the three of you. We have any questions, baby?
Shiny, dark green emerald.
That's in a pocket realm near Pangea?
Oh, that's right.
Highest mountaintop of the next thunderstorm during the next full moon.
Mountaintop in the pocket realm?
No. Of the island. Of here.
Oh, okay.
Just making sure we had all that straight.
That's a little important.
I figured it.
We didn't do what you asked. What's wrong?
Yeah,
Storm during the
I'm like
full
trying
moon?
to write down my notes as well here.
Yep, throw off the highest peak of the island during the first thunderstorm of the next full moon.
Yeah?
Okay, but you said we were able to get there, how?
Well, I suppose that's up to you, isn't it, baby?
It's almost very Elvis.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be smoother than a peanut butter and banana sandwich, baby.
All right.
Carly, you got any idea how to get there?
Somewhere in the Umbra?
I'd call that a good start. Now, the three of you put them heads together, get your shit, and get to work. You don't want to screw this one up, let me tell you. Coho Jack takes a few steps back and does a backflip into the water. A spotlight follows him down and then shrinks into nothingness.
Knows how to make an entrance and an exit.
That was extravagant.
Extravagant. Yeah, that's the right word.
It's your first encounter with your new totem.
It is, yes. It was extravagant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's
He has his own style.
So we're just looking for a pocket realm, but we don't know what this pocket realm is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he said it was near Pangea.
But that's it.
And
that's
if I'm remembering correct, I think that's pretty primordial.
Yeah. Okay. Just no idea what we're going to be walking into, how far it's going to take us. Just a football shaped like shiny emerald.
Mm-hmm.
Football shaped like shiny emerald.
Okay.
I mean, we've gone off less.
You know, oh man, I hate that you're right.
But I guess first order of business is, finding this pocket realm or how to get there. How to get anywhere near Pangea, Carly?
I've never been. I haven't studied much of that, but I know that pocket realms can be found here in the Penumbra.
So we want to find Pangea, but just not go in.
No, it's a pocket realm that's apparently near Pangea. I'm not entirely sure what that means. Maybe it means, like, it's... Because I think, if I'm remembering right, pocket realms are, like, between the two.
That sounds about right.
It'll have some of the Penumbra and some of Pangea together. I think. And so we just have to go find the entrance. I have no idea what one of these entrances looks like. I've never been in one. But
maybe we need to go get some more information.
Well, we could maybe do a little bit of looking first. Like, we could try. I mean, there's not like there's books at the library on this. That would be nice, though, wouldn't it?
We have at least a more senior Thayer to talk to.
I mean, it'd be nice to try before asking for help. I don't want to embarrass myself. Thank you.
No, but couldn't we figure out when the next full moon is with, like, an almanac or something? At least we'll have a timeline.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could figure that out. We could go to the library and look at that. As for the pocket realm, we could start looking in places that are more wild here on the island and see if there's an entrance or something.
Yeah, that's a thought. This seems more like it's going to be in your wheelhouse, Carly, so if you want to take lead on this, go ahead. The only place that I could think of that might be more wild is like where the cedars were.
Yeah, I mean,
they're gorgons after all.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see when the next full moon is, though. And almanacs also tell you about like apparent like weather that they might think is coming up as well. So it might not be this full moon that they're expecting a storm, I think. But I don't know. I don't have an almanac. Don't almanacs tell you that, though?
Pretty sure.
Never lived on a farm.
I think he's just shrugging at this. I don't think he's ever heard of an almanac.
Yeah, you went to school, didn't you? Just because we didn't use it doesn't mean it didn't exist.
Alright, let's go to the library then. I think that's a good idea. Might not have been
paying attention to his history class at all.
Where's the library, guys?
Had a history class.
Alright, to the library then.
Where is that?
We've been there before.
I know.
You have?
I'm trying to remember, yeah.
Oh, okay, brilliant. So you do know how to read.
Wow! Oh, Jesus, you don't let this go, do you?
Yeah, a good time, I guess.
You'll fit right in, yeah. Well. Coho Jack definitely made the right choice.
If I remember correctly, it's not too far from City Hall, if I remember correctly, in the business district.
That sounds right. It was somewhere between that and the high school.
All right, well.
Yes, no, yes.
Okay.
I mean, it might make sense that it is near the school, maybe near the city center. I don't know.
Yeah, we've been there.
Typically, libraries are near city centers.
Yeah. It's at the realm, and if we can't remember exactly where it is, we'll find it, or we can always ask.
All right, then. Let's go. I'm going to place my hands on their shoulders and help them cross over.
Oh.
All right. Well done, John Edwards. All right.
Thank you. Easier to don't have to roll then.
The three of you make your way back into the realm. It's an average day. It's obviously a little warmer than it was. I mean, look, it's the same day. What do you want from me?
It's just later in the day. It's warmer now.
And led by Nightfang, the three of you make your way to the library. As you enter, it's a little louder, little busier. Louder. It's busier than usual. There appears to be some sort of a child storyteller, event going on.
Children.
He turned into a rusty wheel. What happened there?
I was irritated that there are children around.
Why?
Because
it's a library, of course.
Just stay away from the children.
Oh my gosh, you think kids are bad now?
Well, you remember, he did assault that one.
An eye out.
He did.
I didn't assault.
You kinda did.
You stomped up to that kid and told him that he was going to get killed in sleep.
Nope, I didn't.
You did.
I told him his bear was going to kill him in his sleep.
Well, that makes it better.
You all thought it was me. Nope, it's going to be the bear.
It was incredibly mean.
Yeah, you're right.
The kid heard, "You're going to be killed in your sleep." He blacked out the bear part.
I don't think that
The big mean
matters.
guard stood over him.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Bird's going to kill you in your sleep. Hulkamania.
Hulkamania.
Carly had to drag you away.
Yes, I know.
All right.
So there were a bunch of small children over in the, surprisingly enough, children's section, sitting on the floor, where an older woman is sitting there reading a book to them. There's a couple other people. No one you recognize, but, older people in line ready to read books to the kids. Yay, literacy. The librarian, remember, is a sleepy,
Yep.
sleepy, heavy-set man, is slowly milling about. He's got a cart of books. He's putting stuff away.
I would like to approach the librarian.
You probably should do that then.
Excuse me, sir?
Yes, how can I help you?
I was wondering if you could point me in the direction of a farmer's almanac.
Okay, that's going to be...
Right over there, he points to the section.
It's a reference. It should be about the second shelf down.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
And I'll head over to the where he directed me.
It's just what he sounds like now. Shut up, Danny.
It's fine. It's fine. It was
Maybe
the out of
he's got
breath
a little
part.
cold now.
It's got a little cold.
I mean, this is the first day he's actually having to do much work.
It's just my hay fever. It's my hay fever, so...
Following along with Carly to this section.
Yep. And then as we walk by, keep it up, my good man.
Harley's gonna look at you like you're weird and keep walking.
He's going to do the same.
That's fine.
He doesn't remember who you are.
Good. That makes this a little easier.
All right. Searching for a farmer's almanac on the shelf.
I'm going to make you roll for this.
I was going to say, do we...
All right. What am I rolling?
You're rolling perception alertness.
Let's roll the day. Let's see. I was asking if academics over awareness.
It would be alertness. But,
Or alertness.
no, but if you use the card catalog, absolutely.
No, I'm just looking on the shelf right now.
Yep.
Okay,
And I had asked standard diff.
Yeah, standard diff for shelf looking.
Okay.
2.
All right. Carly has found the books.
Oh my.
Is Ricochet
Alright.
looking?
All right. I think this is it.
4 successes.
Nightfang just found the motherfucker.
Okay.
Oh, this one's wrong.
That was last year's or the year before.
It was big. It
Okay.
just looks like
Carly
the right
pulled a book
one.
that said aluminum.
Someone left their tinfoil over here.
You can make a hat out of it.
Yeah. Keep the government from knowing what you're reading.
Ooh, I could use this. Oh, sorry, different character.
So, Night Fang.
Right. Do we want to find a table to sit at, Night Fang?
Sure. But just flip through it right here.
But it's easier to write in my notebook if we're sitting at a table.
Don't you gotta, like, cross-reference some, like, charts and shit in this thing to figure out?
I don't know. I've never used one.
Me neither.
All right, let's go figure it out then. Let's sit down at a table. Let's sit down at a table so we're more comfortable.
You've glitched out at the library.
Sorry, sir.
We're going to see about finding just a quiet table as far away from the children's section as possible.
Yep.
Not hard to do.
And
Not hard
I'll
to
pull out
do.
my I'll pull out my notebook and a pencil as we start getting started so I can take notes.
Okay. What does it say? What's our timeline look like?
Well, you're probably asking me.
What's
Yeah,
I
we're
guess
going to open up the book
we'll
and
open
see
the
if we
book
can
up.
start figuring it out.
Alrighty. Well, according to the almanac, I guess, looks like you probably have a couple weeks before the next full moon.
Okay.
Is there any predicted weather in the almanac?
I mean, this is all just Greek to me. Here, hands it over to Carly.
Oh.
Not going to make you roll your ability to read. So, it's actually predicting a pretty dry summer. And has. You weren't supposed to get any rain this summer. It's actually supposed to be pretty dry. Droughtish, in fact.
All right. Well, it's apparently supposed to be dry, and it's summer right now, so I'm guessing... I mean, we can't rule it out, but it is coming in a couple weeks, but it might not storm that day.
So, at minimum, a couple weeks. At most, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, maybe the month after, I don't know. I'm going to write down the dates of the full moons for the next couple of months, though, in my notebook. Just so I have them for our reference.
So, if we don't even get a storm at the next full moon, we just wait till the
We'll have to
next
wait
one?
till the next... Well, yes, because he said to throw it off the highest peak during a thunderstorm at the next full moon.
So it has to be the next full moon.
During a thunderstorm, though.
So what if we just got Dodger to create a thunderstorm for us?
Can create a
I
thunderstorm?
don't know if he can do that
How
exactly.
do you create a thunderstorm?
Asks the Thurge?
Yeah.
I don't know everything. God.
Well, that's why I said maybe
Gosh.
Dodger.
I still have things to learn.
You know what?
Not heard of that gift. I mean, perhaps. I mean, that's something maybe I could learn, and I could do it.
I mean, it sounds like
Let's
it'd
not
be...
bother Dodger.
I mean, it just sounds like it would be a pretty significant deal. Maybe it would take more than just Dodger. Maybe it would take a few of you.
Are you saying I'm not good enough?
I'm saying we can't rule out possibilities.
You're ruling me out, it feels like.
I'm saying you are the one who are doubting your abilities. I'm trying to make it easy for you.
It's not what it felt
You're
like,
the one who
but-
didn't think I could even read.
And you're going to have to remind you guys again.
Alright, let's go put this up and leave. Clearly, Rico can't handle himself in a library.
Here's a
I'm gonna take the almanac
quick question.
back. Oh, yeah?
Just a quick question, because it's something that I've been thinking about just for a little bit of, did he say we take it to the highest peak or just the highest point on the island?
I think he said peak. Throw it off the highest peak.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted to make sure, because bouncing the whole task around in my head for just a little bit, because I have a feeling the wording is very important. Because if it's highest peak, then yeah, we're looking for like the highest mountain, hill, natural formation. Or if it's just highest point, it could be one of the buildings.
I think he said peak.
Can we get a clarification of what he said?
You can, but it won't change how your characters heard it.
That's a solid point.
He did say peak, but again, that doesn't change your confusion in character.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's also part of my confusion, is I guess, like, my internet walked up just a little bit, and I had heard point.
No, script says peak.
Okay, cool. So, out of character, great. In character, yeah, Night Thing's still just, like, hemming and hawing, like, did I hear that right? Or...
Perfect.
I thought it was peak.
So, you thinking there's, like, just a building that just happens to be a little bit taller, that maybe we do that instead of...
I think that's overthinking it, guys. Anyways, I'm going to put the almanac up.
Like,
I'm going to walk away with the almanac.
Yeah, just look at Rico. Yeah, if y'all two heard peak, then y'all are probably right. I might just be overthinking it. Let me get out of here and start figuring out how to do this job.
When I get back to the table, I'll quickly gather up my notebook and put it in my bag.
All
right. So let's get out of here before we get piss this guy off too. Maybe he might stop breathing. What an asshole.
Rico.
As we're walking by, I give him the nice little finger guns. Wink.
Carly's face palming.
As you guys walk out, you see the storyteller has changed hands. It's a younger guy, somewhere in his teens. "Take that, you werewolf scum!" screams Action Bill. The machine guns go off, explosions hitting over. The evil werewolves scream in pain. He slowly flips the page before showing all the kids. They're fucking riveted.
Beautiful.
And you step outside to the bright lights in your world. Hey, ready for sunlight. What are we doing?
Okay.
You said might want to check someplace more wild and blind, right?
Yeah, because Pangea is like a reflection of like really early Earth, yeah? So there's like big trees, big leaves, dinosaurs.
Okay, that's
wildness.
Cool. I get that, but we're not going to Pangea. It's just close.
Yeah.
Okay,
so are we just looking for it, and then before we walk in, we look around?
I'm not entirely sure, but like just using my brain. So like we're here on Earth, and when we go into the penumbra is a reflection of the Earth.
Yeah, I got it. Thanks. No, you can stop that now. I got it. Thanks.
Okay, and then like we're looking for like a pocket realm, and like
that's
a pocket is like a space in between the outside of your pants and the inside of your pants, and so it's gonna be somewhere in between. So maybe if we look somewhere that's like
I got somewhere in between for you.
I'm just trying to help. You don't need to get mad at me.
Wow. I know how this works. Kinda.
Okay.
Do you?
Clearly.
Kinda. Fine. You know what?
All right, you want to take the lead? Go ahead.
No, I don't. How about I'll just follow you. I won't even say anymore, and you guys figure it out. I'll just trail behind.
Why are you so mad?
First, I can't read. And then you don't think I can even make it to the Umbra.
Maybe take a rage, Johnny Krabby Pants. They're not Alaskan King, but they feel huge. Jeez, this guy.
Well, that's because I was at 9.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good on you then. Good on you then.
Whoa.
So they gave me a perm. And it dropped out a little bit, so thank you.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Carly's extra timid today.
Well, my temp is 0 and my perm is 4.
Oh, so y'all are just playing to your fucking stats right now. Good job. All right.
Yeah, my perm's
I'm sitting here going, what's going on with you weirdos? Everyone's
We're
very
hormonal
inconsistent
teenagers
today.
with rage. Hormonal teenagers with rage, apparently.
Well, yeah. Well, this is...
I think like 5 steps away from just grabbing a bucket of popcorn and watching this.
Where's the highest point, or not highest point, that's not what we're looking for right now. Where's like a deep wilderness point here on the island?
I've got 2 places in mind. One that's probably not going to work because it was on fire last time we were there.
No, but there was a cliff right above that we kind of stood over and looked down on.
Yes, but we're not looking for that yet. We're just looking for the high wild stuff. Come on, I'll show you the first cedar cave.
Yeah, we
Maybe
can
around
just
there
look in a
might be a
couple
good place to
places, for
start.
sure. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, caves. Yeah, caves are mysterious and kind of like doorways.
Hey, you know,
I don't know.
Hey, you know what might have helped?
What?
Stuff in the library. Geographical map, maybe.
Do you guys have a map of the island?
Not a geographical one.
Aren't all maps?
Geographical? No.
I think if we stayed in there any longer, you would have gotten us banned.
Probably.
So, let's
I
go and look.
Go on.
Alright, show us the way.
I apologize.
Good.
Let's go.
I like this rounding.
Yeah, this is pretty fucking interesting. But yeah, gonna start leading back towards the forest and the cave where we found the first cedar.
Before we start getting close to there, can we go into the penumbra and
Probably not a bad idea.
journey with that, so that I can look around and see if anything looks different than what it should.
Yeah.
Okay.
An idea. The Umbra before we get there.
Okay. Yeah. So before we get there, I would suggest we cross over so that I can start looking around to see what looks normal and have a sense of normal. So I can start looking for things that are maybe out of the normal, like an entrance to a pocket realm. Because I've never been in one before, so.
Going to the library, you weirdos. Nerds! Hey, Dodger, what do you know about pocket realms? Oh, okay. Hey, KT or Alana or Kyle, or actually Kyle's dead, he wouldn't help you.
That was my
Kyle's
next
ghost. Oh wait, the Strider's not here.
Yeah, right. What's the highest point of the island? Oh,
That was my next thing. I was going to say, okay, let's just go ask KT what the highest point of the island
well, of
is.
course you don't ask KT.
Yeah, of course you wanna
duh.
All right. So, and this was why we paused here, is help me out here, folks. Where are we in regards when we're hitting the Umbra? I need a little help with location.
I would suggest it whenever we get out of town and away from, like, people, is when I would have, like, right when we, like, enter that out of town away from people, I would have been like, hey, can we traverse from here on in the Umbra?
Well, it's been a year, right? So correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But our white dot represented your original camp point, with the nearby brown dot being that cave there. However, that was not the Cedar Cave. Yeah. The Cedar Cave is the red dot.
I believe so.
I believe the red dot might be where we encountered the cedar, and the brown dot to its left is the cave.
That makes sense to me. I believe that instead.
Okay. So whenever we leave, what is that weird black thing outside of North and downtown / tourist? What's the black line?
I believe that's just higher elevation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's elevation, okay. When we get, like, there-ish is where I would suggest that we swap over.
Okay.
Since it's, like, outside of town.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Okay.
Just a quick
Because I figure, just logically, Carly would not think that we're going to find this pocket realm in town.
Adding that just a quick little heads up, like, yeah, we know where we're going, but we don't know how much different it is in the Umbra, since we haven't done much scouting in this area yet. But
Well,
getting
it
roughly there, I
might
feel
be
confident.
a good thing to start doing that, then.
Agree with that.
Yeah.
Especially since we can actually see what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? Alright, so whenever we cross over, I'm going to start looking around and, like, kind of get a sense of what's normal and try to pick out anything that's maybe out of the realm of normal as we walk.
Something out of the realm of normal in Willow's Pass. I don't know. I don't know.
The question is, what is normal in Willow's Pass?
I don't know that either.
Okay, guys.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Perception alertness?
Well, no, you can go to the Umbra.
Yeah.
Let's see that location. We'll call the gauntlet 7.
Oh, crossover first.
Okay. That'd be 6 for us because Simon, unless you included that already.
I did not. I will never include that.
3 successes for Nightfang.
Why do I got, the really good rolls on that? 10, 10, 9.
Whoa.
3 9s.
All right.
6, 7, 9.
So all three of us.
Shiver crawls down your spines as you traverse the gauntlet. The gossamer film, like that of a spider's web, sticks to your skin as you find yourselves in the shadow. The air is crisp, as always. The trees thick and healthy. You can see tiny blue lights like fireflies dancing around the trees. Not quite to the top, so that you can't see the tops of many of them. But definitely just out of reach. You can hear the skittering of various woodland spirits. Squirrel gafflings darting between trees. It's calm and serene and fills you with a personal warmth. Everybody get a willpower.
You certainly got the big trees covered that you were describing for Pangea.
For sure. I'd like to just take a look around and make sure everything looks normal, like right when we get there.
So we got a little ways to go.
Okay.
Carly, why don't you go ahead and give me a perception alertness? Let's make that 7 as well. And we'll do that as a blanket for the scene.
Oof.
A what?
A blanket roll for the scene.
Okay, I would like to use that willpower I just got then. I don't have a lot of dice for this one.
Smart move.
I mean,
This is not one of my stronger rolls.
what form are you in?
You're only in Hamid, so...
Yeah, I'm rolling in Hamid right now. But that's 3 plus the willpower, so 4.
Oh, well, see, you were fine.
Yeah, I was fine. I was not confident about that, though, because I only have 5 dice.
It's a good thing. No worries, we're good.
And you never know.
Half the battle. As far as normal in the Umbra goes, this seems to be standard fare. You don't notice any abnormalities, Carly. It's fairly peaceful. You look over your left shoulder and can see in the distance the actual city. Much like when your recent training episode, there's a very real difference in terms of quality of condition.
Yes.
But you are, again, on the good side of the island, if you will. If there, is such a thing.
Yeah.
And thanks to that roll, I will call out anything. That's why we did it for the scene.
Yes. All right. What way are we going?
So dropping down the... Yeah, it's further this way. Going down to Lupus and starting to walk off in the direction that I remember the being.
All right.
All right,
I'll follow him.
Give me an idea of the path you're going to take, Siege. I'm looking at the map right now.
Yeah. Since I'm assuming right above the that little rise in elevation just outside of town and in the forest. Just going for as straight a shot as possible. Not really stopping by our old camp or where we first encountered the cedar, but just going directly to its cave.
Okay. I was for clarity's sake, I was envisioning you on the east end of the plateau there. So you'd be going...
Okay.
Like, are we going toward the lake and then cutting? Is maybe a more familiar route, or are you going just directly northwest toward it?
I think to the lake and then cutting is probably the route that would be more familiar and easier for him to remember.
Okay.
So yeah, now I'm thinking about it. Like, unless we started at our old camp, yeah, this is a rough new path, basically, if we went just straight there. So yeah, by the lake and then to the camp.
Okay.
Or not to the camp, to the cave.
Obviously, that's not adding hours to your journey or anything, but yeah, that is, obviously that's your most familiar path. Because let's face it.
It's not like we have anything else to do.
True.
Mm-hmm. Spent a lot of time in the Umbra.
But again, like when you're going to Hops, right? You're taking that path down. You're, taking that path south from the lake and then cutting, southwest. Like that's how you get to town. So that's why I wanted to double check. It's okay. We're all good. And in that case, excuse me. All right, you make your way through your familiar path. Again, staying in the Umbra, everything is just about normal. Relative to the Umbra, of course. Carly, in the corner of your eye, you swear you see a raccoon spirit just kind of flit its head up from some greenery and then back down. As you get closer to familiar ground, you can see the area where the cabins were, or should be. They're in various stage of existence based on the residents, obviously. Some of the older ones, there's more of a facade. Some are just empty spots. And then, of course, the lake. You see the all too familiar lake. As so many other things in the Umbra, it's much larger. So much that you can't see the other end. But you swear you can see a small island out in the distance. The water is a calm sapphire, completely still. The surface broken only by a shimmering path of white light, perhaps 5 feet wide, reaching out over the center of the lake. Or to the center of the lake.
Is that normal in lakes?
I don't know, but...
In the Umbra? I'm asking for the storyteller.
For there to be a path over the... No, that's not normal. And,
Has that always been there, guys?
No.
First time I'm seeing it.
Have you seen the lake in the Umbra? Before?
Yes, you have.
Yeah, we've seen it before, but...
Was there that island in the middle of it then?
Not that I really noticed. But I'll say...
I think we were focused on our totem quest at the time.
Yeah, I believe you there. We were a little bit more focused on something else. But, yeah, any video game that I've ever played tells me that that's a little secret passage to go to, guys.
No, it could be over there. Do we want to check it out?
Yes. Yes, we do. But how do we get over there is going to be the different question.
The path.
How do you walk to the lake?
There's a path on the lake, a little shimmery thing. Do you see that right there? Are you blind?
Are we swimming? Or is that on top of the water? I thought it was just
on top
light.
of the water. It's on top of the water. Have you ever taken a moon bridge before?
He actually might not.
Nope.
That's a
Okay,
fair question.
Yeah, so we might be able to walk on that. And if not, then we'll just swim. But I just have a good... Oh, can the Ahra not handle a swim? No.
Is the little Bonar afraid of a bath?
Oh, poor guy. Is a little Bonar afraid of a bath?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Go ahead.
Get another one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've done...
Shit, can I earn something from these?
You know what? Let's get you a willpower back.
I was going to say willpower.
Yeah, you really feel good about that.
Fuck yeah. I made him mad.
That was a good zing.
Yeah, you're not careful. You'll be taking a permanent swim. Gonna throw you.
That's called drowning.
See how far you can swim after I throw you.
Alright, I'm gonna take a really, really cautious first step onto the shimmering path.
Alright. You're still in Hamid, are you not?
I never said I shifted, so sure.
Just making sure. Make sure I'm paying attention.
I never shifted either. I think CJ was the one who shifted.
He is learning the Kailendo, it makes sense.
You reach out with your foot and tap the light on the surface. It seems to hold. Your foot taps down on said light.
Alright, I'll then take my next foot and then continue to walk.
Left, right?
No, right, left, right, left.
Okay. But not like right, left, left. Or
No,
something.
like
not like a
right,
weirdo
left.
pattern, just normal style?
Correct, a normal pattern. We're not skipping.
Not trying to avoid a sandworm.
Yes.
I see what you did. Gentlemen?
Yeah, seeing her not just up into the water. Hopping up onto the light bridge.
The light bridge.
Part about the light bridge. Alright. You continue to walk down this path in the middle of the lake. As you walk, you can see that the shore fades to nothing more than a memory. The island, too, seems to be nothing but a dream. It's not even a speck on the horizon. You find yourselves walking.
So, walking on light, that is a thing right up there with the monsters turning into butterflies, I think, on our weirdness scale.
Not, well, so the moon bridges are made of the moonlight, Luna light, right? So I wouldn't call it weird.
So
Is this made of like the same thing, can I assume?
Well, it's definitely not the same thing as a moon bridge. I mean, it's not, it's not like a tunnel or
But like
anything.
but like the quality of like the bridge.
It seems similar.
Yeah.
similar enough.
Yeah, I mean, this seems kind of similar to a moon bridge, but it's not like a weird tube. It's just a path.
One might call it a moon path.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that, but Ricochet doesn't know that, so at this point...
I honestly wasn't sure.
No, I had a pretty good guess. But, like, at this point, it's Ricochet still taking very, very cautious steps. Like, and not 100%. He's not even walking at a full speed.
Looking back and see Ricochet being all cautious and everything. I think just gonna, like... If you've ever actually, like, walked on a bridge or done the whole thing, like, you're riding in an elevator with somebody who's really nervous, you're just gonna, like, jump on the light bridge right in front of Ricochet. Like, sort of jump back at him. Like, come on, man. Just relax. See if he, like, startles him or anything.
Oh, yeah, he'll okay. Cock his fist back. Like, no. I go at my own speed. I'll do this when I'm good and ready. You just let me figure it out. Ready, but still very, very nervous.
It looks like we're going to be walking for a while, like looking down both ways of the bridge. Either way, yeah. At least we're not swimming, so there is that.
Fine. Try it this way instead, and I will shift down to Lupus. I am lower to the ground and on 4 feet.
That's true. That's how Lupus is. Go ahead and roll that.
Hey, you're right. We can probably move faster in Lupus. I'm also going to shift down.
Carly, got any guesses what might be at the end of this bridge? Doubt we're finding a pot of gold since it's not a rainbow.
Looked like an island a minute ago. 2 successes for me.
Look at my dice.
I don't want to.
6, 8, 8, 7, 9. Again, what's with these awesome rolls?
I am so glad you're wasting the good rolls
That's
now.
why I know.
You instantly shift to your mangy, dirty-ass Lupus form.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I got an awesome roll, and you still had to make it bad. Thank you.
You're still who you choose to be.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Carly, it takes a couple minutes. Little popping and locking, if you will, that you make your way again to the Lupus form.
Now we can move a bit faster.
You can.
Yep. I feel a little bit more comfortable, again, lower to the ground, on 4 feet. I mean,
it's like it's a narrow path. 5 feet wide is enough.
but there's nothing on the outsides of it kind of thing, and it's still walking on light, so he's very... And never done it before.
Know how to swim.
Yeah, again, but Ricochet's never done it before, so he's hesitant.
Perfectly fair.
Fair.
I think just go with the flow mode. You've done weirder. And seen weirder. And you said the island off in distance doesn't look any closer, or is it out of sight?
It's out of sight. Or at least was at that point. If there is a center of this path, you assume you're on it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I'm giving you guys a few moments for to interact.
Yeah.
Why doesn't this thing look any closer than it did minutes ago, if not when we got on the bridge?
Well, we can assume that we're further away from where we came, because I can't see the land anymore. So I just have faith that we're getting closer to our destination.
Well, you would think we're getting closer, but it doesn't look like we're getting closer.
Well, no. Typically land is higher up than water, so water is a bit low. So we might not be able to see our destination until we get a little closer.
I mean, we were able to see the island before we stepped up here and started walking.
Right.
But land is higher up than water is. Like standing on a hill compared to standing in a ditch.
I mean, I see your reasoning, I'm just not...
And to be fair, the house is
It's
on a
also
higher
the Umbra
elevation.
guys.
The house is on a higher elevation?
No, the cabins are in a higher elevation, obviously.
Yeah,
And-
they're on a little hill.
And say that again, Ann.
And we're in the Umbra, so, not everything is as it seems. For example, we're walking on a light bridge.
Mm-hmm. Still blowing my mind. Fine. Just don't expect me to run. Not yet.
Ooh.
I mean, I could think of a couple ways to get you running.
Not if you want to go swimming first.
Let's not wear ourselves out. Let's just keep going.
No, really. You had a little bit more idea of what this path was. Does you know if it actually, have any idea what it might lead to? Like you were saying, moon bridges connect.
Well, this isn't a
So
moon
it can't-
bridge. This is more of a moon path. And yeah, so moon bridges connect cairns, like you just said, right? So are you confused? I look at Rico.
Wondering if
You just
No.
looked confused for a second.
No,
I just
I mean,
wanted to
if
make
you're
sure.
looking at Dan, no, I'm not confused. if you're making fun of Rico again.
I looked at Danny. You kind of had a confused look on
No,
your face,
no,
so
I'm
I thought maybe Rico was confused.
Nope. No, it's more of, I'm just waiting for you to say something so I can say it.
Okay. Yeah, so moon bridges connect cairns, like you said. So a moon path will connect one place to another. Perhaps the penumbra to the pocket realm, maybe?
This is just one of those things you just kind of have to will it, right? If we will it for it to be there.
I think we just walk there. I mean, we could try that, I guess, but I don't know.
you could do both.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
what are
it's
the
not going to
chances
hurt
this is
to
a
hope.
coincidence?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, so we just will our pocket realm to be on the other end of this path. And it will be there. I mean, he did say it's not hard to do.
He said it won't be hard to find, and it was right beside where we're living. If this is it.
I mean, if this is just some big old coincidence, then that's just real fucking weird, and we're on our own little adventure. We know we got time before the next full moon to figure it out, but if it is, then I'm thinking Coho Jack pulled a couple strings.
As you walk, you see the sky begins to darken. And there's a slight wake, a ripple pressing through the sapphires of the water. As you are.
Like waves or like something moving through it?
You're not sure.
We did just kind of pass the halfway point. We could be in between two places right now. That's a little creepy to think about. Kind of cool, though. Carly's just gonna be looking around as we walk.
I'm keeping my eyes as forward as possible.
Alright.
Still hesitant, but I think now he's at least going to a walking speed, not...
Just like front, left, back, right. Front, right, back, left. Front, right.
He's hesitant, but he's a little bit more comfortable. It's not a scoot.
Rad.
I can just look and picture it now. Here's Carly and Night Fang just walking at a fairly casual pace. You go a couple feet back, keeping his belly to the ground.
Mm-hmm. It was, but now it's he's picked up a little bit pace.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by all means, continue your conversation. I just keeping you aware of the changes in your environment is all.
So it's gotten darker as in, like, it seems like it's gotten later, or just, like, more clouds in the sky sort of thing?
Sure.
Okay.
Y'all in the Umbra, you fucking...
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just blue out. I don't know what you want from me.
It's blue. What's the weather like today? Blue.
Yeah. This is one coincidence that's fucking weird, and who knows what we'll run into, but yeah, maybe Coho Jack pulled a couple strings to make this happen. I don't know if, like, a totem normally could do that. The fact he's sending us on this quest and it shows up.
I think maybe it showed up, so he sent us on this quest. I don't know, though.
Whatever the case, if like this has to be the easy part, right? Mm-hmm. We don't even have the thing yet to do what he asked. So let's at least get there. As I pick up pace a little bit more now.
As does the wind. The wake in the water, turning into crashing waves. Lightning and thunder begin to coat the skies. The thunder echoes out from behind you. Night Fang turns to look behind him, only to see a bolt of lightning strike the path. A good maybe 20 feet from where you were, it begins to crack and fall into the water. Thanks off that, folks.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of call it out, move if you don't want to swim.
Faster would be better. The path is actively crumbling.
Yep.
Three. Stupid one.
3.
2.
Okay. You begin moving faster. The path actively cracking and dissipating. You do your best to pick up the pace. You start to run. Ricochet, the furthest behind, falls into the drink, the path crumbling behind him. The other two, Night Fang, Carly, the two of you running, Night Fang outpacing the Thurge as she too falls into the water. Night Fang, you look behind you, seeing your pack mates disappear. You contemplate for just a split second, but it doesn't matter as the path crumbles under your feet as well. You were surrounded by darkness. Your mind's racing. Perception alertness, Night Fang and Carly. Difficulty 8.
Okay.
Was a good roll, too.
Ricochet, roll your soak.
My soak? Fuck. Okay.
That is 3 for me.
And 2 for Carly. Okay.
3, 4.
Alright. You can see it, barely, the both of you. It's so much blackness. It's almost as if everything is silhouette behind a backdrop of midnight blue, fading into nothing but blackness. But you can see it, a large tentacle. It looks slightly spined, wrapped around something. Your eyes focus into the darkness. It's Ricochet. His entire body caressed by this giant of the deep.
Caress because I get a good soak roll.
Just felt like the word to use.
That's fair.
Better than crushed.
Yeah.
Right?
Fair.
Strangled.
Could have used embraced. Caressed sounded better.
That's okay.
But, yeah, seeing him actively being attacked by this thing.
Yeah, y'all should do something, like, probably quick.
Yeah, going to shift to Galabra because that should be a better form for actively, like, swimming. Since, human, and I'll roll for it. And try to get to Danny, or to Shay.
Alright. Go ahead and make that roll.
That's 2. That'll take a little while unless...
That is, I believe, a 5-minute change.
Yep.
While you're underwater.
Yep.
Carly.
I'd like to start to swim towards him. Wolves kind of have little webbed paws. It'll be okay.
Hey, doggy paddle.
And whenever I get close enough, I want to try to throw a spirit snare on the webbed thing. Or the tentacle thing.
Okay. You go make a roll on that.
2. Success to snare.
Alright. And I know the effect we gave it visually. Remind me again the actual stat. I remember what I made it look like. What does it actually do?
The attack reduces the spirit's effective willpower by 2 for all combat actions for the rest of the scene.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna, kind of throw my paw forward in this case and throw the web.
Can you do the hand thing with your paw, though?
There was no hand thing. It was paws.
Web sling.
So in this case, we're going like with a fling,
Go web.
a paw fling. Go web, go.
Yeah, Spider Wolf.
Yes. So snare.
All right, swimming toward your packmate. You activate your gift. The tentacle writhing, it slows as if something were to have webbed it, or it's passing through some sort of barrier. It seems to slow. Its undulations stiffer. You are slowly being crushed, Ricochet.
I'm going to spend a rage and shift to Krynos to try and pry myself out.
Okay.
Or the rage first. And then is that just a strength roll?
Well, you're shifting to Kranos, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spending or rolling?
I spent
Okay. So give me a strength roll.
just strength.
Diff 8. Ooh.
We're going to spend a willpower, too. That would... Oh, stupid one. That would be 1.
Oh, you were close anyway.
Oh.
You have to beat 6.
But
Am
so
I-
1 plus the willpower was 2, so it was,
But you have to beat 6.
I had to beat 6. Damn. Okay.
Nothing.
Damn. Oh wow.
You feel your ribs crack a little bit.
Well, I
Can I
couldn't have
get
beat 6 when we had
closer?
4 dice.
Can I get closer and like bite the tentacle and like try to like pull it, loosen the grip a little bit for Ricochet?
Well, I would assume you guys are actively swimming closer. CJ's turn first,
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna spend that rage to try to finish that shift faster.
You got it. You don't have to
Before
spend at
swimming.
this point.
Okay.
But yeah, you are back around.
Yes.
You've made your shift to Glabro.
And then
Yep.
just gonna try to get to him to just start pulling at the tentacle if I can to try and loosen it up around him.
All right. Again?
What was the roll for it?
Strength.
Okay, just straight strength.
Yep. Diff 8.
Okay.
You have to beat 4.
I do not, as a 1 took away my only success. That's a 0.
You cut yourself on one of the thorns on the tentacle. No damage. It's just embarrassing.
Slowly being crushed.
Well,
I'd like to bite and then like try to pull it a little loose. Try to, attempt to bite it.
okay. Go ahead. Give us a roll.
Okay. Biting. Oh. 3 successes to bite. 2 of those are 10s.
All right. You said 3 successes?
Yeah, to bite.
All right. And let's roll that damage. Or was that the damage?
That was to bite.
Okay.
So the damage is the strength plus 2 extra, right?
Strength plus 2 plus 1. Or plus 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, plus 2?
Well, you're 2. You got
if
3
you're in
successes. So,
Yeah.
and I believe bite is strength plus 1. Correct?
Yes, strength plus 1.
So strength plus 1 plus 2.
Yep.
Strength plus 1 plus 2. 4.
Okay. Okay. You open your mouth wide. The water, take it in that water. You chomp down. This feels good. You chomp down on the tentacle. Your teeth bearing down. You pull, ripping some of its flesh away. An inky black fluid emits from the tentacle, obfuscating your view all the more. But it writhes, and we can assume pain. Ricochet.
What am I doing? As I'm, at this point,
Asking you.
if I can't start clenching, I'm gonna just start thrashing the claws. Call it 3 of them.
Your movements are constricted.
Okay. So I can't do anything.
And your head's free.
If my head is free, then I would bite.
I'll allow it at 7 difficulty. You don't exactly have a great angle here.
Nope, I didn't think I would. 4 to hit. Man, the stupid 1 would have been 5. So strength plus 1 plus 3. 7, 8, 11 dice. Damage. 7.
You too managed to take a chunk out of it. The inky black fluid spraying all up in your face. I mean, if it wouldn't cloud your vision already, it being directly in your eyes, it burns.
I would gonna ask.
No damage, but ouch and gross.
Ouch and gross, yes.
Night Fang.
Yeah, feeling that, like, I did nothing with that first one, and now just it getting harder and harder to see. He's gonna just start almost desperately pulling, trying to get any kind of leverage to help Ricochet out. He's gonna keep going.
And you're still in Glabro?
Still in Glabro.
Alright.
Do get extra strength.
Yeah. If it is still diff 8, that is 3.
Alright, and you need to... You needed to beat 3. And now let's call a wound penalty on that. You can't tell. If it was just your overpowering Glabro strength under the water, if it was luck, if it was the tentacle being weakened, or maybe you put your hand on a wounded spot. You can't tell because of all the inky black. But you do feel the tentacle give a little bit. It flinches. Enough for you to shake free if.
If what? So I'm rolling?
If perhaps you were smaller?
Okay. Then that would... Fuck, I'm going to spend that rage again. I would try to do an instant shift.
Alright.
To lupus.
Your body instantly becomes like a quarter of the size it used to be, giving you plenty of room to swim free.
Okay. They grabbed me in lupus first.
And then you shifted to Krynos and made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was trying to get... Yeah, I get it.
I even told you that your ribs were cracking.
I get the idea, Daddy.
Yeah.
I get the idea.
I was going for the strength part, but yeah.
Yeah. But then, like, when it didn't work, it's like, well, but it adjusted. Maybe if I made myself smaller. But the wounding it helped.
Okay.
You guys 3/4 killed it.
Oh?
Freeing your packmate, the three of you desperately make your way toward the surface. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and get away
Swimming.
from the... Yeah, at that
Swimming
point,
as fast as I can once he is free.
Yeah, I would just try and go straight up because I can't see.
You do. If something was following you, you wouldn't know it. You were a little busy. You gasp as you reach the shore. Deep breaths as you find air in your lungs, but do you realize suddenly you weren't drowning before?
The hell?
Nonetheless, you find land, pulling yourself to it. You turn to the waters behind you and find that it's now a mere puddle. You look around as if it's for the first time as you behold the near Umbra. Its grand vastness lies before you. The umbral sky awash in stars and foreign planets. Streaks of light, moon bridges flashing like comets. Each one carrying Garu from one place to another, each on their own mission for Gaia. The sky is awash in blues and purples, and the deepest of blacks. As your eyes arch toward the sky where Luna hangs, her face hidden beneath the world, showing you only half of what she has to offer. It's the Philodox moon. You are inundated by scents of ozone and a faint burning. Perception alertness, D7.
All around?
Mm-hmm. Let me know if you get more than 4 successes. Or 4 or more.
Just one. And another die for die jail.
What was the difficulty again?
7.
5. I'm in lupus,
Excellent.
so if it's D5.
4. 4 in lupus.
Beautiful. I was worried for a second after what CJ did.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of just staring up at Luna for a little while.
Fair.
Yeah,
Which, fill your rage up, by the way. To perms. It's his auspice.
yeah, I was going to say, because it's the Philodox bridge, or
Okay.
Philodox moon,
Yeah.
so your rage, you get it up until your, gain
So
your
the normal
rage.
permanents.
Get to your perms.
Okay, well, this is where I'm asking if it's to like the normal permanent for a Philodox or to my perms, because right now I am over my perms because I've only got 2 permanent rage since I've still been slowly recovering that.
Yeah, so gain nothing.
Yeah.
You know what? No. Bring it to your next perm and fill to there. So if you're at
Okay.
2, now you're at 3 and 3.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That feels
Yeah,
better.
and that's the normal perm for a Philodox.
Oh my god. You know what? You're fired. Lose 2 rage. All that.
Why am I getting these awesome rolls on
Oh, that's why I was
non-combat?
just kidding.
Alright, I'm going to take this from the top, 4 and 5, in negative 12. I don't know what's wrong with you. You are inundated by the scent of ozone and a faint burning. But wait, there's the coming of spring? The warm scent of springtime. Rain and the blooming of flowers. You turn in that direction. Taking a couple precious steps, the wind picks up slightly, blowing away some dirt to reveal a sliver of light on the ground. Almost imperceptible, but it's there. A moon path.
About all we got this episode. And back in 2 weeks to catch the next episode of Let's Play. Another week for just a regular episode. Good stuff. Yeah, tune in. See who survives.